Oh man, I always forget this thing. There we go. There I am. Hey everybody, good morning. It's Jamie. I'm just doing a quick video. I just dropped the girls off to the YMCA. They go to camp there. It's pretty good. They go swimming, do activities, and you know, they're young. So anyway, I have a lot to do today, but I just did I haven't been doing much. I wanted to post daily, or at least every other day, but I just haven't really been doing much, so I haven't had much to share, because most of the stuff I'm involved in, which I have here on my Webull watch list. I mean, you can have all kinds of watch lists, but I like to glance here. It's just easy. And I use this to kind of just get a good idea of trends and current market status. Again, not because I'm an analyst, I just kind of look what I'm messing around with. So I thought I would share a couple quick things. I mentioned before, move me down here. I mentioned before how I have Dogecoin up at the top as a cryptocurrencies. Of course, you know, Ethereum and Bitcoin on there, but you know, Dogecoin and SHIB are extremely inexpensive, right? Like, so Dogecoin right now is 27 cents and SHIB is, you know, a fraction of a penny. So last year in August, bought Doge as an example. This is just one example of 1,000. I bought, not because I've done thousands, I'm just saying 1,000 examples of what you could do and people do. And and I bought the Doge for 0.0034, $2,000 worth, 574,000. It's in the video I posted. Tokens, 574,000 tokens. Had I kept them, I would have had, you know, rode it to the top, or had any really understanding. I was uninformed and just really didn't understand much about cryptocurrencies in general. If I would have held it, I would have had, you know, 400,000 or so, but I didn't, because I didn't want to tie up $2,000. So I did sell it, did make some money, but not enough to where it really was like life-changing money. So this time, as I reevaluated things, I said, well, whatever I buy, I'm either going to, you know, set a target for myself, a time frame, you know, either or, like a warranty, like, you know, you have 3 years or 36,000 miles. So I might say I have a price target of $1 or 1 year, you know, or whatever the case might be. So using Dogecoin as an example, you can make a small investment, whether you spend a couple $100 or a couple $1,000 or whatever it is that you are willing to throw at something. And my wife bought 16,000 shares, tokens, same thing, and I bought 11,000. So I'm just going to show you really quick. You know, over here on Robinhood which is where I have those Dogecoins over here, because I'm not transferring, I'm not spending them. So it shows you that over a month, and if I scroll down, I use this, I like Robinhood for options mostly. I mean, I do some on Thinkorswim, but this is just, again, an example. So you can see that, just change over. You can see that on 11,000 Dogecoins, I'm currently up $600. And I think my average cost is 22 cents. Let's see. Yeah, average cost is, I think I can do it like this right here. 22 cents. Okay? And at one time they were 38 cents, and I kept adding, and you know, I said, I'll keep 5,000, I'll keep 10,000. I don't think I'm going to do more, and I don't think I would long-term hold this, because I flip it and turn it into other stuff. And I'm going to use, I have CCIV, which is now Lucid, which I think is LCID. They just changed their ticker symbol. And I had that one, and I think that one will eventually go up. I had for months and months and months with expectations, if I pulled the chart up, that it was going to pop, and it was just dead money, you know, just sitting there. And it's not something I wanted to hold long term. I wanted to kind of flip it into something else. So if you're allocating money, again, whether it's $100, 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, or a million, whatever you're playing with, you know, I think it's a good idea, at least for me, where I'm like, all right, what do I want to do with this? In this case, I got, you know, a value of $3,000, you know, in in Doge. So I mean, my average cost is around 24. I mean, I'm sorry, let me say my investment is around $2,400, which isn't a lot of money, you know. But I'm like, all right, let me see. Oh, I'm still in this thing. Let me see, you know, what I could do. And my strategy was, I think it's going to go to $1. Like, I think it's going to go to $1. And I don't know if it's going to take a year or just a few months or a few weeks, but that's what I think. I think it's going to hit $1 or right around there. And then that would give me a gross earnings of $11,000, give or take, minus my initial investment, minus taxes. So, you know, I would come up, I would come up maybe $4,000, right? Around that, something like that, $4 or $5,000. And, you know, then I'll just flip it. Now, at one time I had $60,000 in this one, but, you know, I take it, I move it, and what I'll do is maybe I'll just show you this as something you can look at, because I had some guys that are, you know, acquaintances or friends of mine that will ask me, and I see other people post it. I said one guy posted has $1 million in there. I've never had $1 million in there, but it's not to flex and say, look what I have, or it's more like here's what I'm doing. Let me show you what's happening, and it gives you kind of a good indication of how this thing works. I'm still an amateur. I've only been doing it a few years, and I learn more every day. But the more I learn, the better I get at it. The more I recognize opportunities. The more I go up. I'm better to hold it than in a lot of cases than just get impatient, unless that's my strategy. So the strategy that's working best for me is holding it with the idea of I don't have the Thinkorswim one, with the idea of, okay, let me see what happens. So I think I can pull it up here. Let's see what happens. Sometimes it's automatic. Oh, okay. So right now on Thinkorswim, I just today I just have HPIL, which was a buddy of mine said, hey, you know, check this out. Got in at an average cost of 0.68. I won 1 million shares. It dipped down to 0.5, which I kind of called. I called it on Webull. I posted it. I had some people mention to me. I'm under the name Bent Trading, but I said I think this thing is going back to 5. I told my friend that, and again, that's because I'm a guru or you know, just I knew for certain. But what I did is I looked at this chart, and again, this is Thinkorswim. You know, I when I got in, sorry, let me just get this right. 30 minutes. I'll make it an hour. Maybe 2 hours. So when I got in, you could see over here, you know, I was at 0.0068. I think I had about 200,000 shares, and I added to 250 or almost 260. And I'm like, oh, you know, I think it's going to go to here because I had those lines drawn, and maybe then I'll add another 500,000 or 250,000. But I get distracted and I missed that level. So now I have to make a decision. Do I want to add now when it's up at almost 1 cent? Or do I think it'll dip back down? And in this case, I'm thinking maybe it'll come back down to that 7, you know, 0.007 or so. And then maybe that's when I'll add. I don't know if it'll get back down to the 5, but we'll see. Even if it breaks out, it'll probably hit that 1 cent area again, in my opinion. And then maybe it'll pull back down, or, you know, it'll break out, or it will, you know, pull back down. So I think if you're committed to something, if you recognize something, or if you believe in somebody making a recommendation, you're willing to take a risk. I told another friend of mine, and I won't mention his name, in Texas, I said, hey, you know, maybe grab 1 million of these, or that's what I'm 500,000. I don't know if he ended up doing it. I haven't talked to him lately, but, you know, if somebody makes a recommendation, it's just an opinion, right? It's just you know, here's what I'm doing. You look at it and you make a decision. I think 0.05 or right around there was probably a good time to buy if you were going to make that investment of $6,000, you know, whatever it was, $7,000 to get in there and just hold it. My strategy for this is I think it will go to $1. I think it will be close to $1, right around there. And again, I'd probably, you know, sweep some of the profits from that and flip it over and maybe keep some of this long term, maybe a third of it. But that's it. That's all I'm doing. That's what I'm doing lately is picking a few stocks and kind of going from there. and invest in day trading. For me, I don't really like it that much. I prefer either the swing or the investment strategy. Bitcoin and Ethereum, I believe in. I think that to me, the saying of digital gold, Bitcoin and Ethereum, I think that whether it dips down or not, I do want to keep adding to that for long term. That's to me is like a 10-year or longer position. If I die, if something happens, and I'll leave it to the family, but that's how I look at this stuff. I guess that's it. That's all I really want to mention. I don't want to carry this too long. It's 10 minutes. But that's what I'm doing right now. I hope you guys have a good Friday going into the weekend, and I will talk to you guys soon. See you.